Welcome back to my channel, guys. For those of you who are new, I'm the Marketing Nomad. Now in today's video, we're going to come up with an IG story template on Canva. I also have a couple of examples for you at the end, and I also have 10 design tips for you at the end. So be sure you stick on for that. All right, guys, let's get started. Now, for the first thing that you really need to do is you need to go for custom dimensions. You need to put in 1080 into 1920 pixels. Okay, so it's loading. All right, so the first thing that I do go to is elements and I put in the grid. Now I am actually just adjusting how I want the grid to look like. I'm basically just gonna slot the picture in that. So I just wanna make sure that it's perfect and it's looking good. So I'm just kind of making my changes. I found a picture that I really liked. So I like those dots as well. I sent it backwards. And I realized that the picture was a little too big and I was not able to see the dots properly. So then I also realized that the dots were kind of clashing with the picture, so I wanted to change the color to make it look different. So copied that, pasted it down, sent it back, and I'm also going to change the color of that. So that's two different colors that are working in the picture. Also, I decided to kind of put some sort of a second layer to the picture, I would say, just so that it pops. So I changed the color of that as well, and then I also changed the color of that. So that, yes, so that, that actually looks nice. Now I want to put some text in there because if you're releasing this as your product launch, you ideally want people to swipe up and check out your website. So I decided to put a swipe up option right over there, and I'm just going to increase the font size just that it wasn't very visible, and you download it. That's pretty much it, guys. Alright, guys, I have a couple of design tips for you. The first one is to try to match the background with the color in the picture used. Now, this is especially a great feature by Canva, especially because it tells you which color is being used in your picture, and all you have to do is just pick that color. So make sure that you are using that feature of Canva's. My next tip is keep it simple and don't overcomplicate it. When you put too many words, when you use too many colors, when your consumers are actually clicking to the next story, it might actually not grab their attention and they might not stop to see what you are posting. Which brings me to my next point. Stick to only 2 or 3 colors in your design. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't put too many pictures. It might not become visually attractive and it might not stop them from tapping right. So you want to make sure that you are sticking to only 2 or 3 colors. Next point is don't be afraid of white space. The more white you put, the more it makes your other colors pop, and it makes your entire thing visually attractive as well. So you want to make sure that you keep as much white space as possible, and you kind of balance your white and your colors in the picture. Now, my next tip is even a plain colored background, which means it could just be a consistent color. You don't have to gradient it. That would look great and professional as well. So you don't really have to it kind of ties back to my overcomplicating point because I want to make sure that you guys are keeping it as simple as possible. A plain colored background will look super classy as well. Now, my next design tip is because you are using this as your IG stories, don't forget to add your hashtags and location tags. Now, when you are designing on Canva, you might as well add some space for your hashtags as well. Which brings me to my next point. If you don't want your hashtags to be seen, all you have to do is change the color of your hashtags to match the background, make it small, and make it fit into that background. It's also really, really helpful to keep a branding guide handy so that when you are posting your stories, they are absolutely consistent. So when your consumers are typing right really, really fast, even if they don't stop to see what you're posting, they know because of the branding that you have, because of the visual guidance that you're providing, they know subconsciously that you have posted something, and that actually keeps you in their mind. Alright, guys, that brings me to my next point. Make sure that your font sizes are big and bold. You don't want your consumers to be squinting and trying to figure out what you're typing or what you're putting out there as well. Also, if you have over 8,000, I think it's 10,000. If you have over 10,000 people in your audience and you want people to kind of swipe up, make sure you tell them to, because not many of them know that they have to swipe up. Even though that arrow is seen, it's not the first thing that your consumers would do. So make sure that you do always mention to swipe up. Alright guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I do have a couple of design examples that I do have for you. Feel free to sit back and enjoy. That's a wrap from me, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Until my next video, hope you guys are staying super safe. Bye bye.